everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to talk about the calculator, the AWS pricing calculator. I'm going to show how to calculate certain services. It is very important to know this service that the AWS offer in case that you want to calculate how much costs the project that you want to run in AWS. Usually the AWS for every service, when you read the tutorials, they have it in the pricing section. But there are so many different services that you might run and might use in a certain project that you can estimate the price and you can calculate how much a certain project costs, including different services that you might need. Here I am in the web, in the page of the pricing calculator. This is globally accessed, so you might not need even to have an AWS account to generate and to estimate the price for your project. I'm going to show step by step how to calculate and how to generate an estimation of the project. So we are in an AWS pricing calculator, and we create an estimate. And here is the options that you want to choose and you want to configure for your services. I'm going to choose the first search by location time. You can do even search all the services. I'm going to use by location. I'm going to choose the region. You have different way how to use it. I'm going to use the region, and let's go to Oregon. It depends on where what region you plan to build your project. You can choose the specific region, and here is the services that you're gonna use for your project. I'm gonna try to find the AC2 since it's one of the most popular and most useful service, and AC2 we can configure, and now we can give a brief description. AC2 project, and we choose the region that we want to run this AC2, and they are in Oregon, and we specify that is a shared instance, or you want to dedicate hosts or instance. Depends on what kind of project or the requirement of the project. You can select this option. I'm going to use the shared one. You have the option to choose the operating system. As you can see, there are so many options here. And I'm going to choose the first one, the Linux. You can choose the Windows Server and different operating systems that are available in AWS. And the workload depends on how you want to represent here is the choose the graphic that best represents your monthly workload. Constant usage, daily spike traffic, weekly spike, depends how you want your report to be generated. You can choose even one option. I choose the constant usage and the number of the instances. Let's suppose that for my project I might need 3 instances to run, and then there is some specification about the CPU, memory, network performance, or family instances. I'm going to leave default since I don't have anything specific, but if you have some specification for the network, you have here to choose the option that is proper for your project, or if you want a specific memory, you have here another option, and so on if you want to be specific. Now, for my instance type, I'm going to use T2. Depends on which one you like. There are nano, micro, small, medium, large, extra large. Let's suppose that I'm going to use a 16 gigabyte memory, and I'm going to use a T2 extra large. And there are the payment options. Now depends on your plan. If you are using for a personal reason, you can select on demand, or if they are part of any compute, there are some other plans that the AWS offers for savings. Is the AC2 savings, depends even how long you want to run this project. You can choose even the right plan that you want to be belong. There is a tutorial that explains even the plans of the AWS and how they charge and what kind of agreement you have to do with AWS to run your instance. Let's say that I'm going to use this for my personal usage and I'm going to choose on demand, so you pay as you go or you pay as you use. And there are even other options that you might choose, depends on the details of your project. Let's save and let's try to add another service. Let's suppose that I'm going to use a database, so I'm going to use, or you can use a DNS or a CloudFront. There are so many services that you might need to run your project. That doesn't necessarily mean that you have only AC2. You might use the Route 53, that is the domain name system if you are using for web services. And when you configure, you can give detailed information about Route 53. So this is something that you can choose depending on the project that you want to run. So let's view the summary. And as you can see here, it gives a monthly cost, an estimation of the monthly cost, and also gives even a total cost for 1 year. And here you can add more services. You can add databases. Really, Oracle, depends on what kind of databases you might use. There are options here. Or you can use CloudFront, that is another service that used for the CloudFront. This is for delivery, and this is something that is used, very popular service as well. So it depends on what kind of services you want to attach to your project. You can configure and you can generate an estimation. This is a very good tool that you can use, and you can get an idea on how much money you will be spending on your project. The monetary politics of the cloud providers, they change a lot. So it's very good to go through their tutorials and to get the news on the cloud provider, because they might be more or less, depends on the politics of the company, and depends even in the saving plans or different plans the AWS offers, and you can choose which is best for your company, and also you can get even updated.